In this class, we'll be using Adobe Illustrator to create illustrations. To start Illustrator, you can double-click on the Illustrator icon in Finder on the Mac or in Explorer on Windows. On the Mac, you can also use Spotlight Search by clicking the magnifying glass in the upper right-hand corner and type in Illustrator. And it'll pop up on the list. You can also use the search function in Windows in the lower left-hand corner. When you first start up Illustrator, it'll bring you to a screen to allow you to create a new file. It'll show you some files that you already have on the system if you've done any before. Otherwise, it will show you some preset sizes that you can select by default. In this case, we're going to start by clicking the New File button. So the New File button brings up the New Document dialog box, and on there we can select from a bunch of preset sizes for projects. Normally in this recent area it will be projects that you've already created, so sizes that you may use repeatedly will show up in there. You can also use the top bar in the New Document dialog box to select specific sizes. In our case, we're going to select a specific size on the right-hand side of the dialog box, where we can specify the width and the height of an image. We can also specify the units. So for print, we would normally select either points or inches. If we were building something for the screen, for the web, for the animation video, we would normally select pixels. I'm going to set this one up for inches, and I'm going to say 24 by 17. Once you have the units set and the width and height set, you'll set the background contents. Now, background contents is just what shows up in the background in your workspace on the screen. In Illustrator, I prefer to work on a white background. I think it's easier to see what's going on, but some people like to work on a transparent background. So I'm going to select white. There are some other options below the background contents. Color mode is important for us. If you're doing print work, like a poster or a brochure or something like that, we want to keep it in CMYK color. That's a standard for printing. If you're creating something for the screen, something for the web, or something for video or animation, you'll want to change that to RGB, which is the standard for any sort of screen. We'll talk about color spaces in a future class. You can set the resolution for raster effects. Now, Illustrator does not have the same resolution requirements that a bitmap or raster program like Photoshop would have because it's vector. But it does use some raster values, and it can use raster images in Illustrator drawings. So this is a value that you'd set in there. Once you have all your settings the way you want them, you just click Create, and Illustrator opens a brand new artboard.